Awesome. Miss Penny. Yay. No, the sun's bad. No, no. Here's me, little kitty. Yep. Better move. I might hit you by mistake. What are you doing? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, no. Okay. I thought I got cut off. Ah, the cat. Yeah, get in the little cat bed and have a nap. That's a good idea.
They rule.
Murder Mittens over here. Maisie, the biting one. I call her Murder Mittens, but she's a biter. And right, right. She slept upstairs last night, which she usually doesn't even go upstairs. But she made her way up there without getting hijacked by the other cat. But the dog, right? She bullies the dog. Hey, Donna.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah, Maisie bullies the dog, so that's what was happening all night. If the dog comes on the bed to lay down, Maisie goes like, like a bully, bully. So I've been calling her Murder Mittens because, right, little Murder Mittens, and she's a little teeny cat too. I think she's maybe 6 pounds, 5 or 6 pounds. She's small, and she never got bigger since when I got her. But yeah, I got her because somebody that on Facebook in my town put on their thing, they didn't know what they were going to do with her because they said the boyfriend was allergic to cats. But that's not what was wrong. She's crazy. But I had a feeling because they had a dog, and if you're allergic to cats, usually you're allergic to dogs too. It's the fur or the dander or whatever. So I'm like, well, I think I understand what's going on here. So I told her knowing that she was crazy. That was fine with me. But I just thought it was funny. Mm. Anyway, Maureen's coming. She's just gonna be late. So yay. And
Yay.
yay. And my hair looks crazy, but that's all right. So so oh, did you see? Oh, you probably didn't see it. I didn't post it yet. A couple of the other guys, we got an email from Avon Corporate that um, the CEO sending us evidently it's flowers because I see a bunch of the other ones posting that they got flowers. So I'm anxious to see how that's going to work because we no longer have a florist near us that does deliveries. They went down in COVID. So even when we did, it was dicey at best for someone to try to send me flowers here. So I wonder how that's going to work. Hopefully they FedExed them or something because there's no FTD in them out here. Right. You think that would be possible though, wouldn't you? But, hey, Joanne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen Lisa Scola posted it
Hey,
that she got it, and I seen that.
Yeah, that was nice of her to put that. I gotta
Yeah.
I gotta do something about that, I guess. I thought I'd wait till I get here and not do two posts over it, but I could do two posts over. Yeah. I'm I don't know if you guys have done this yet, but on Facebook you can opt to earn money from it, right? If you have engagement and stuff. There's requirements, but I don't know. Oh, Joanne got flowers too. Okay, Joanne, we want to hear about it. I see. Oh, did you get them FedEx? It looks like you might have.
yeah, mine came FedEx. They came and the hubby's like, "What'd you order now?" And I'm like, "I didn't order anything. I thought you did." And then I brought them in and I started singing, "You don't bring me flowers anymore." And then and I wrote it all in there. I said, "Well," he goes, "I don't need to. You can buy yourself flowers." So then I started singing, "I can buy myself flowers."
Oh, that's nice. That'll be how they have to send them to me, I think, because there isn't FTD or anything. There's no flower delivery people out here. Do you live in a rural place like that where you are?
I'm in the country, yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. I think most of those small florists didn't make it past the shutdown, so we're all getting shipped FedEx or something. So, well, that's awesome. Yay.
Yes.
That was a nice little surprise today. I don't
A
know if
very
my,
nice surprise. I was like
yeah,
really shocked. It really was a nice surprise.
yeah. Um, mm,
I'm going
I
to
hope
mute because I've got a hungry baby in the front room that I'm trying to get his food here ready to eat. So I'm going to mute.
awesome. Oh, and how are we? Oh, we are recording it. See, how are we not recording? They changed it. They upgraded the thing. Anyway, we should talk about send out cards because if Peg pops on and we're not talking about send out cards or listens to the
Man,
replay,
hello.
we're not talking right, right, right. So let's see, what have I done send out cards wise? Oh, I did get a new customer today. Um, I knew she was coming because she texted me like last week and wanted one $6 thing or something, but she lives an hour and a half away. And I said to her, um, the customer that I already been servicing, which is funny, her first name is J-O and her last name is King. And I said, you've got to be joking, right? No, that's right. That's bad. I know. But she, right, it's one of her friends. So she lives in Massachusetts, but over the border in New Hampshire is this other lady. And she was telling me about her and stuff. And so I wrote her back and I said, I'm happy to get that for you, but um, free shipping's at 60. And I said, so you may want to either go in with her, with Joe, on what she's ordering so you can just divvy it up because she sees her all the time, or get a neighbor or something because it's $8 for shipping. So if you want free shipping, you might want to do that. So 2 weeks went by. I thought, well, that's the end of that. Because I don't have another alternative that it's not someplace I go near or anything. So this morning she messaged me with a $110 order
Wow.
of her own.
Wow.
Awesome.
She went to lunch with Joe 2 days ago, and Joe told me she messaged me and told me she was gonna she ordered the platinum skincare set, and she was impressed and she was gonna bring it and show it to her, and she ordered it too. So that was 60
Oh,
of it. So yay!
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I was talking to the new customer, Sue, and I said, you picked a great day to place an order because they happen to have a coupon code today. So I'm going to be able to get you some free stuff. And the free stuff today is awesome. I don't know if you guys have looked at the coupon, but it's a jar, the $100 one, which she's going to get, is part of it is a jar of that new Supreme cream that we got in the goodie bag from convention. That stuff's awesome.
Mhm.
And there's a couple other products in there. What way worth it. That's such a good gift. I don't like it when they do a lipstick and eyeliner and the things that have colors to it because the customer's like,
Yeah.
these aren't my colors or whatever. This is stuff that anyone could love. So I love that. But I said to Sue, I said, I'm not going to tell you what it is because I want it to be a surprise. In reality, I wasn't sure if everything was in or not. But and I said, I'm going to send you a card, a thank you card, though, and I'll put the free items right on the front. But I did want to warn you because your order is going to get there before the card. Because I'm placing the order today. There's some pretty good odds it's going to take a week. I send the card today too, but the card comes from Utah. We're both on the East Coast, so it takes about a week to get. She's going to get the order first. So I said I didn't want you to panic when you opened your order and there's stuff in there you didn't order because I have had that
Mhm.
happen. So she's all happy. She was like, "This is awesome." So I like doing that. I have I don't know, dozen customers that order through me that way. And I try to get them up over the 60 so I can just it's almost like drop shipping to them. So I'm not,
Mhm.
you know, dealing with it. Makes it nice. I just get the deposit. Are you doing a lot of that, Donna?
Oh, yeah. I have a few customers that I do that for, and I let them know. we want to do it Thursday. So
Right, Thursday and Friday. Yeah, those
goodies.
are also right, right. Sometimes I get them like I'm going to Yonkers in the morning, so hopefully I won't have to parallel park. Right, but right. Sometimes I've had to enter orders down there because people are getting in the habit of ordering on Thursday and Friday, which is great. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
the whole parallel parking thing is funny because Janet Metzger commented on my post about parallel parking because it said that the worst part about parallel parking is the witnesses. I thought that was so true. Right. Right. So I said to her, she said in a comment, she said, I'd walked blocks to avoid parallel parking. And I'm like, yeah, I was doing that too, but it's too much. After a while, I just had to bite the bullet and start doing it. So I invest the 20 minutes into going in and out of the spot 12 times until I'm at least, usually I'm either two wheels up on the sidewalk, which is not right, but at least they don't say anything about it, or I'm 3 feet out in the road. Right. Either way, I haven't got the perfect spot yet, perfect park, but them
Yeah.
guys, they park within inches, and I watch them
Hmm.
out the window. They can get in and out within inches of another car. It's like, and I'm driving that minivan, and it's like having a giant ass because the minivan has got a long back to it.
Yeah.
It
You have
semi
to
makes me,
figure out how to line it up when you pull up so
well,
far and it hit a certain spot on line it up that car with your car
Well,
and
I
then
did.
swing it
I did
around.
watch some YouTube videos. Jeff Be Proud,
Yeah.
Jeff West, right? But the thing I was doing wrong at the beginning was I thought you pulled up parallel to the car in front and backed it in, and it's not parallel. You want to be like at an angle to back in, and I didn't know that. I was doing that wrong from the beginning, and I got that
Mm.
figured out. But it's how far to go in before I cut it is what I'm not getting right. That's why I'm either up on the sidewalk or I'm 3 feet out of it.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Yeah.
I take the time to keep going back and forth till I got it decently near the sidewalk without being up on it. But other times I just pull my mirror in and leave it 3 feet out. Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. There's a trick to it.
your fingers crossed for tomorrow morning. So, yeah, and Peg, we talked about this on the call last week. Peg wants me to get the name of that girl at the Dunkin' that remembers my order. I'm not sure I have the testament fortitude for that. Right, right. She's usually so busy. I hate doing that. I did look, they're not wearing name tags. And they're trying to pump people out. See, I didn't even ask. The other girl was there last week. It wasn't my regular girl. And but I was 15 minutes early, so I was quarter six, and that's usually I think the shift change must be at six or something. And
Oh.
there was a line, and the guy behind me was already getting buggy. I don't know what his problem was. He's like, "Where are they? Why aren't they out here? Where are they?" I'm like, "Dude, in." So I thought I'm not going to ask the name now. So, and usually I'm like staggering in there because I'm within an hour of his apartment from there. So I'm 4 hours into a drive, and I got up
Yeah.
at 2 in the morning. So I'm like ready to die. I'm not ready for the Inquisition.
Who cares what their name is?
I'm just happy she got my coffee
Just give
for
me
me.
my coffee.
Right, right. Oh, so anyway, whether I get that accomplished or not, I've done it many other ways when it's easier to get the information. But yeah, what was the other one I did? It was a customer out. Let's see, I forgot where I ran into him. I was out somewhere and it was the van, and they wanted a book, and I gave them the book. Um, and then she wanted something. She asked me about something, and I did get her phone number. I came back here, used white pages, looked it up backwards, got her address. So I was able to do that. I think it was she asked for my business card, and I used the shuffle one. So that way I could get her name and her cell phone number in the Shuffle app. So that still works for me. I still use that. So even though they quit doing, they didn't quit doing affiliate, but they made this rule about if you didn't have so many new people using it in a certain length of time, but they didn't really warn us. They just said, well, we decided all of you guys are gone. So me and Molly and Skoll and all them guys that were in that, we all got ousted. So I'm just a customer over there too. But it's still worth it to me. It's like $10 a month. And it's
Mhm.
worth it because I can pull it up and get their information, have an excuse to use it. So, and it is tax deductible. But you know, I love affiliate better. So, which brings us to send out cards. Right. That's what I like about this is I can earn enough to pay my own usage at least. So that's awesome. What we want, there's Maureen. Hey, Maureen. Awesome. And there's Scola.
Oh, Scola too.
That's awesome. Hey,
Awesome.
Scola.
Hi.
You scoping out a place to put your flowers?
Flowers. Am I getting
Oh,
flowers?
a bunch of the other people were posting that it's flowers that we're getting from corporate. Joanne got flowers. Joanne got them. So they're pretty, everybody's is different from the looks of the pictures, but so I don't know how they ordered them, but yay.
Oh,
Yay, that'll be awesome. I hope they
I'll
come
take
early
those.
enough I can take them with me because I can't leave them here.
When are you leaving?
I leave every Friday morning at 3 in the morning.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you know why I do that?
No,
Traffic, no traffic.
no
Yeah.
traffic.
Well, no, I'm not gonna say,
I don't know anything about that traffic.
I'm not saying no traffic. It's like Atlanta traffic. It's not no traffic. It's less traffic.
It's all
Right,
traffic. Yeah.
right.
Oh, I know.
So,
Right.
yeah, it's just and it's actually easier to drive on down there on a Friday morning in that traffic than it is on a Sunday coming back. I come back Sunday afternoon. You know why?
Bye.
I have no idea why, but Grandma and Grandpa are out on Sunday afternoon on the Merritt Parkway, as if that's a good idea, going like 40 when the
Mhm.
speed limit is 50, but
Right.
typically during the week, like even at 3 in the morning, they're going 80 on there.
Oh,
You can't really go 50, you're gonna cause a wreck. But on Sunday, Grandma and Grandpa are out there probably going to Denny's and we and they're using the Merritt Parkway, which they should look for an alternative route, but they don't. So you're sitting there and everybody's going around Grandma and Grandpa.
you're all moving around.
Yeah. So anyway, card wise, now could you tell us some about since you're on here, I'm gonna pick on you, Scola. Um, you are you using the cards a lot in your realtor business?
Oh, yeah. I use them in all of the businesses. Yeah, the realtor business, it's great for. They love it.
Now, so once you sell somebody a house, their whole thing that they teach over in real estate, which we all can learn from, is keeping in touch because not only might they sell the house again and move somewhere else, but their friends are going to say, "Who did you use that you like so much?" and get referrals,
Forget
right?
about you as soon as they move in. So you have to be top of mind. So I do the reminder media, and I know you do that with the magazine. Oh, my clients will think that I print that myself.
Of
They're so
course they
cute.
do.
I'm like, yes. I slaved over it for a month or so, and then I said no. I'm like, I told them I don't do that. I said I just put my stuff in it. Um,
So
but that
how do you handle like the do you have a tickler file? How do you handle like houses you've already sold? How do you keep them on? Is it birthday or how do you keep them on so that they're on a
I do
rotation?
birthdays, house anniversaries, and seasons. So
Oh,
as a realtor,
that's a
they
good
get
idea.
from me, like I would do same with Avon. It's Valentine's Day. Those are the holidays we always want to target them for. Well, I do the same thing, but I usually do it with like springtime, which you'd be doing to your house, fall time, which you do. And then send out cards. It's nice because they have those little packets of like the money
Oh,
plant or those other ones. So
the
springtime, I'll
seeds.
send
Yeah.
like send them seeds,
Oh.
with something cute because that's like to get a little something. I don't want to spend a lot. It's a lot of people, so I don't want to spend a ton of
Oh,
money,
and
but
they're not very much money. That's less than $1.
It's
Yeah,
cheap.
usually, isn't it? Right? Yeah.
Yep. So, yep, that. And then the birthday cards of VIP clients are, I'm going to start this year. Everybody will get them, but I was doing VIP clients before. And the holiday cards are starting now, y'all. So, of course, we're doing Thanksgiving and then we're doing Christmas, which we don't call them Christmas cards because I have tons of nationalities going on down here, or religions or whatever it is they do. So, I just do holiday cards and then I'll do New Year's, something for New Year's. But that's usually to get everybody engaged with what's going because New Year everybody's doing like now they're figuring out are they going to move again, so it's a whole nother. But I'll tell you, everything I did for 20 something years in Avon I learned from the realtor, so trust me, I had a shoe in this industry. As I told myself, I'm following y'all for a long time, so I know how this works. But I do a lot of stuff down here. I mean, you're
Well, I
only
think
as
it's so valuable to listen to what other people are doing in other industries because there's usually some way we can do something like that, or you know what I mean? Like a lot of that stuff that you see me do, I took real estate courses when I was
yeah.
in Mississippi.
Yeah.
So a lot of
And
that
then
I
you
got
follow
from that.
what they do. I mean, that's what I used to mimic all their stuff. That all came, everything that we do in sales came, the big good stuff came from the real estate industry because they're on a bigger volume or higher money volume, I guess to say. So they have that money to do it. But I mean, it's really your database. I mean, same things that we learned that we think, oh, you're in sales and who wants to hear everybody? I mean, I'll take my team, my Avon team, and I tell them, I said, listen, people got to know what you do. Don't assume they know what you do. People still don't think I still sell it. I mean, it cracks me up. Like, you still doing Avon? Yeah, yeah, still doing Avon. I
I
mean,
get that
every time
too.
I
Don't
am
even
sure
know
to
I get
mention
the
it
thing.
now more often than not, Lisa, more because like literally I teach classes at our office and I'll be teaching it and I'll say something about the Avon. They're like, do you still do that? I'm like, yes, I do. So I'm giving out a card and a book and in a digital brochure and so the sales are great for me because it's combined. They love that stuff. So and I wear the shirts and they love spend money on clothes. So it's a great opportunity. But they even have, which I would tell you guys is a great idea. What I did is I did this, especially for the real estate. You know how you can have them print your card like a whole bunch in
Oh
bulk.
yeah, the bulk
So
bit. Yeah.
I did these.
Nice.
So that's my logo. They get this card and I had them print that on the inside so I didn't have to worry about it for my reviews and my follows. And then
Oh,
it's blank. So I can literally handwrite because yeah, I know.
oh
I
nice.
handwrite a card. They want them handwritten. It's a $400,000 house. I won't write them a card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're gonna get this thank you card at the closing table with this on it. They also get my keychain. They get all the stuff that you get. I got mugs made, but they get it handwritten. But these I put like in bulk send cards,
Where
and
did you
they
have
come with the envelope, and they come with the envelopes.
yeah, those are awesome. Where'd you get your logo from the front done?
That
'Cause
is my
that's
logo
awesome.
that I had made for my
Did you
website.
did you do it or did you pay somebody?
I did it what I wanted, and then they made it cute.
Oh,
They made
nice.
it because like that house with the colors. Because everything I do
Yeah.
is pink because of Avon, because I'm pink, right? So my signs are pink, my logo's pink. And I get a lot of compliments on it too when they see
Go
my
ahead,
stuff.
Maureen. What were you gonna say, Maureen?
And that's what I was talking about, I think, the other day. I think it was on the call when I was talking about going to Chat GPT and doing the branding.
That's right.
And you asked me about how I was going to use the branding. And I said I wanted to make it cross over all everything that I do. So that way when somebody looks at something, they're like, oh, that's Maureen. I like what she posts. And they don't even have to see my name. They'll just see the color scheme, or they'll see the font, or they'll see the flamingo. The they'll see the flamingo, or they'll
Yep.
see something, and they'll be like, that's Maureen. So I agree with what Scola says, that the branding is a big thing.
And if you do it right, they know. If you do it right, they know. Like you don't even have to put it out. They just see it. They see the branding, they know what you do, and it works.
I'm not sure I did do that much thought into it. Mine just kind of evolved that way. I'm not sure at the beginning I said, "Oh, let's have a brand, a blue brand or something." I didn't really do it on purpose, I think, but I'm going with
It
it.
worked.
It
I'm
works.
more apt to like stumble on something and then run with it if it starts to take off
Well,
than
let's
I
see, you've
am
gone
sticking with
from big money to
it. Right.
platinum to the
Yeah.
blue-haired lady. I'm
Yeah.
like, I mean, they have stuck, right? They have all
Right.
stuck. Like those are, I know those are the where you
Right.
got you.
Well,
Those are
it's
the,
because every time some little thing happens, or like somebody called, like the Captain Platinum was that cartoon emoji
yeah,
thing. And
yeah.
the minute a couple people called me it without me saying anything, I'm like, well, wait a minute. Maybe I can run with that for a while. And I just don't know when to let go of stuff, really. Right. Right.
You just don't. It sticks. I think there's some things I have you in as big money
Big money.
still,
Yeah.
and there's some that I still see it's platinum, Captain Platinum. I still see that coming up. I'm like, it just, but now everything's the blue. But you
The
know what?
blue.
They still know. They know who. You know, you don't have to say much. One of those come up. People are like, oh, that's Lisa Wilber. We know that name. We know that name. You know, like
Yeah.
I told everybody before, like the Duncan. You know, like that stuck for a long time too. And Johnny, he just, you know, he ain't hanging out with me early enough to go get Dunkin' every day. So that died. There's no reason, you know, that just died up, which is fine because I'm not leaving for Dunkin' every morning either. Um, but yeah, no, and that they always tell me now it's my dog, which it is my dog because she is my hobby. You know,
Well, and
she's a whole ass
I
hobby.
think that's smart. You're doing that too then. That's right.
Yeah.
Because right, I
Mhm.
remember both the Duncan thing and the dog thing and
Yeah.
yeah, that's smart. Right now I'm doing putting food pictures, but
Nice.
I did it because it's not did they teach this in real estate by the way? I did it because it's not controversial. Or at least I thought so. I didn't think a bunch of people messaged me
Controversial.
a bunch of people messaged me like privately giving me eating suggestions or telling me my diet could be better if I did this or whatever. And I said, "What made you think I'm on a diet? I'm just eating what's left in my fridge because I never go to the store here." You know, they're like,
Yeah.
that would be less carbs if you didn't do this or whatever. And it's like, I didn't think that would happen, but it doesn't matter. I was just trying to be non-controversial, have something that
People
was
are so
non.
helpful.
Don't they say that in when you're doing the
Yeah,
training?
everything I put up, I do sprinkle in a lot of controversial shit. Y'all see, you know, because I am who I am,
You do or
a
you
real
don't? I don't
person in the
see you
world. And
putting
I
up a
think,
lot of I don't
well,
see
like
you putting up a lot of
what?
controversial
So
stuff.
smut up today. You didn't see my smut that I put up today with
No.
Tina Turner?
Oh,
Oh,
I love it.
I want to
That
see
was
some
good.
smut.
That was good. I like that.
I seen that this morning and I said, do I really? Yeah, I do. I'm gonna put that up
Uh,
today. And there's behind
Saw
it
it
all the
just
time.
before it came on.
Oh
I
my
love me
God.
some smut.
If it makes me kind of laugh out loud and I giggle, sometimes I just have to. Because, you know, I mean, if I found humor in it, somebody else is going to find humor in it, but they know that about me. So, like, even clients that find me on social media, if I come off to be, first of all, you might not want to work with me. Okay. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, you know, but then again, you might. So I would rather us know each other more on a little personal level. I still don't edit anything. I do videos for real estate and it is kind of hysterical some days because words just elude me at times and I go try to speak and they don't come out right. And I still send that and they love that because that's just really genuine. So I don't spend a lot of time in that. Maybe someday I'll make all kinds of money and have an editor, maybe. But
Scola, I got one of your emails the other day, and it was like the first one I had ever received. And I watched the whole video,
did
and I
you
was
get
like, "This is the coolest idea in the world."
one?
She sends the newsletter, and then she
Yep.
talks about what's in the newsletter, and then
Sit,
she sends a recipe. I'm
sit.
like, "This is the coolest thing in the world."
And I'm doing it. And this is real estate training, y'all. I mean, when I'm telling you, I go through extensive training with this career. Who would have thought I'd be having to do all this training? Anyhow, this is the newsletter. So if I have you in my database, my newsletter is the simplest thing ever because I complicated the heck out of it. So it's just a recipe. It is what I'm going to do, local events, and where I'm going to be at. You can go for that, do this, and you can see all my listings if you want to. A quick market update. And honestly, it's probably from days ago. Nobody knows the difference. It doesn't change that much. So I just slap that on there. And then right below it, there's a link that you click on that gives you a short video. And that's what I do, Maureen. I just talk about that recipe, why I chose it, and then tell them a little bit what's in there in the market. And, you know, they want to know, and that's it. But I complicated it for, well, I've been doing this almost 5 years and I couldn't get this letter do a newsletter. So I was trying to do one once a month and then I would forget. Then it would be a month gone. And then I'm like, well, this is weekly. That's going to be harder. But for me, it's kind of easier because it's shorter. And I'm just changing a few things on it. And then I'm able to just, and we have the same, like the CRMs that everybody has. Real estate has that too, where we can put that to go out every Monday and a certain time, or then I can do other stuff that's our touches. Because one thing in sales with whatever we do, especially which we just don't realize coming from like with my Avon, I just never really pick the phone up and call customers just to say, hey, what's going on? Like if they're not getting a brochure or they're not supposed to be putting an order in or whatever, I just never bothered. But they literally drill in our head daily to do DTT2s. Now that sounds like a big lot of words, but it says do the database twice. So twice a year, you're doing your entire database in your phone and they break it down in letters. So like this week would be C and K. You're to call all C's and all K's and text message like Y or something weird. And you're going to send them a text message. And then you do that every week. Those letters change and every week you're doing your database. And you literally are, I'm not calling them to see if they want to buy or sell or do anything. I'm just calling the database to reach out. So they're hearing your voice and you're having a conversation. And in that conversation, you're going to talk to them. So if it's Avon, if they need a link when I'm done to buy something, or if they are going to buy a house, or maybe they have a referral, it is amazing to me just by talking to people that you do know that you don't think want to hear from you, how much business you can get.
Wow.
And then you can
So
send them a card.
so how do you start off the conversation?
So we do script practices and it really depends on my mood. So we'll like partner up with people. Yeah, it really depends on the mood, but or the day or the time of year. So like for this week, for instance, it's more like I'm just calling them because of course we can all breathe again. Everybody's breathing fresh air. This election has finally ended and we do not have to hear about it every single day. So
No
now
more
I just want
ads.
we just can have a conversation now because like for the last 2 months, everybody I've talked to is like, well, I don't want to buy a house. I don't want to sell a house. I don't want, because I got to wait and see what the election does. I'm not really sure what that had to do with it, but that was a good excuse. So now we can get past those are my calls now. So I'm just calling to check on them. I keep notes, which I can't tell you enough about. I do it in my Avon business. I'm doing it in my real estate business. I go in the back office, and if I talk to customers, I'm putting notes because how do you remember? Like I talked to a woman today. I got to go put all my notes. See all my notes? They're going to go in the database. I know how many kids she has. As she was talking, I'm just writing stuff down because I got to be the smartest person in the room when I talk to her again. And I talk to a lot of people. So that's what you want to do with your customers too. And that's what sells Avon. That's what sells all of it because I can tell them, hey, if I had sent them a sample, I know what it was. I know what they ordered. You're calling. If you're not spending at least at the minimum 2 hours a day calling your database, touching them somehow
Wow,
daily. Don't have to do it on the weekend.
that's
You do have
awesome.
to do it. That's how you find business.
Wow,
It works. Can't even tell you.
that is awesome. Do you, are you using the contact manager and send out cards? Or are you using
I do that
Excel?
too. Yeah, because I partner them all in groups. So like real estate's here, lawn care. I got to run that business too. So I'm doing lawn care stuff. Now this year we got away from it, but I can tell you that last year, every new customer last year got a card. My husband cut the guys cut the grass. I seen them. I helped do the billing, so I knew they were new, and I just sent them. They got a card like this. It says excellence on the front. I'm really complicating it here, y'all. It's just standard card made, just a thank you. It has all this stuff on the inside like this one. I type them up and I just send it off. And we got more compliments. Like you tell us all the time. You send those cards, you don't hear from people. You don't even know if they're getting the cards. I send cards every day. Every day I'm sending picture cards to people from whatever they're putting on Facebook. I still do that every morning. So I'm doing those cards still, and that touches everybody that I know. And then on top of that, if they're new, like if they order, like everybody that orders from you gets a thank you card, they get that card. They're going to get another card. Didn't do it this year because I had a lot going on for 3 months and we're learning doing shit, got to wait, whatever. So surgery, that was all. Whole life. This whole year has been a blur, but next year we'll be back on track. Everybody will get a card. Makes such a big difference. I mean, and just like that, between the card and the magazine, I will have people call me that will say, "Oh, I'm so happy that I found your card with your information on the back of it." They keep that stuff. So if they got to get a hold of you, they can go back to it. It
Oh,
works.
that's awesome. That
They
is
love it.
awesome.
And you don't always hear how they love it, but once in a while when you run into them, they'll go, "I love that card you sent."
Oh, I gotta tell you my pet peeve though. I had somebody in my downline, not in my first, she's I don't know, my fifth or something, but I stopped doing the award certificates year and a half ago when I lost Liza. She was doing it, right? Um, the lady put this is a team member put a picture of her 16, 17, 18, all of them from me, signed by me. And then she said, it's too bad Avon doesn't do this anymore. They are screwing us and saying all kind of bad stuff about Avon, she was saying. And then
Oh,
she said, I didn't even get one for my 20th or whatever. So underneath I wrote, Avon never sent those. Those were always us. And somebody else said something bad about Avon, and I said, hey, you guys, it never was about what corporate is doing or not doing. It's always been about the representatives, and it still is. You know what I mean? But what's funny is she was complaining to me about not getting one. But do you know, in all the years that she got one, she
never.
never said anything about
Yeah.
getting it. And you know, I was thinking that's the same thing about corporate. Do you know, I don't consider the guys that we deal in corporate the decision makers. They're not deciding stuff. They're running this country, but the South Korea is deciding stuff. So when I went to that meeting in New York, I sent the woman that's running this stuff a thank you card for including me because I got a nice hotel stay. I got to go to the meeting. I got free products, right? I got the steak dinner and all that. So I sent her a thank you card. Do you know, I had to talk to her for something else on a call where we were on video. She had the thank you card on the wall. I said something about it. She said, it's the only one she's ever got. She almost always only hears complaints. So I want what I want to suggest to everybody is we should be sending more thank you cards because
I
if
think that.
that's going to make you stand out. Now, the
Mhm.
reason you want to stand out at corporate, for example, no matter which company you're with, that's send out cards too, or your broker if you're an agent. Um, Sometimes stuff comes along where they need somebody for a publicity reason. Oh, here's the kid.
I'm going to Dollar General. Do you want anything?
Yeah, two cherries. Thank you. Um, and they're thinking about who they know that could fit the bill.
Yeah.
That's how I got the rich and famous of Avon because I'd been sending them newsletters and I wasn't doing it for any other reason other than more people would know what I do.
Yep.
I was sending them up the food chain. I just thought, who? I
Hmm.
also was sending them to my state rep and the governor and stuff. I was sending them to everybody up any food chain that I was part of. And the reason it was important at corporate is because just think of how different my business would be if I
Right.
hadn't happened to be featured in that DVD.
Right.
That really did help me. That
That
it
was
helps
life
me
changing.
still. I still give them out.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
it's crazy.
100%.
So I think
It
sending
works.
thank you cards instead of like this particular girl, she's actually quitting because she thinks she's got slighted so bad, when in reality she wasn't getting slighted by who she thinks she was getting slighted by. So I think if we all were more grateful for what we are getting,
That's
it
right.
would be easier to stomach the stupid stuff for starters.
Well,
Right? Keep the
we've
money.
learned from you a long time ago that it's not about who's running the show. It's really
No,
not. And
they
it
keep
doesn't matter
changing.
what you do. And I
Yeah.
am 100% with. I've been honest. I'm just the kind of person that I'm going to be straight. I'm straightforward about all of it, even with my Avon team, everybody. And I get an award every year from Keller Williams because I teach Ignite classes, which is like once in a while, and I am always graded the best teacher. People love to attend my classes because it's real. I'm going to bring my stuff to them, what I'm doing, and that's what I'm going to give them. And everybody loves genuine to be genuine like that. So to me, if you're working your business and I don't care the product, I don't care how much of the product, I don't care what it is. And if you're working a business, you're going to sell it. And if you're talking to customers, and this is it was a huge reality check for me in real estate because just like you hear in other direct selling companies, oh, there's so many of those reps, blah, 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 blah. You'll hear the same thing. Oh my God, everybody's a realtor. You hear the same thing. but not everybody's a realtor, like not everybody's selling, because some people are just sitting around waiting the phone to ring, or if they happen upon some family members that are going to buy or sell a house, that's how they're dictating their business. But the ones who go in every day and sit down and genuinely do things like, I'm going to send this many cards. And those are all on we have forms we fill out. I'm sure I have one here somewhere. I'll find it. On what you did for the day. How many cards did you send? How many people did you talk to? How many text messages? How many two-way? How many places did you meet? Their challenge is always, I'm in a bold class right now. So everything you pretty much see from me right now are sayings that come from this bold class, because they have sayings like that you just helps you stay motivated. And that's on my little bubble. That's all coming from bold. So I put those out there for my daily reminders is what I'm supposed to be doing, but they're like, challenge you to go do a bold 100. A bold 100, this class, by the way, is 6 weeks. It's one day out of 6 weeks. So it's 6 classes. It's $800. Our class once a week. That's how much cost. That's how much cost. Do a bold 100. I'm like, oh, a bold 100. Well, a bold 100 is talking to 100 people in one day. Two-way conversation about what you do.
We're all like, oh,
100. You
wow.
have to have it can't be a text message. You can't leave a message. You have to literally have talked to somebody about what you do. So if it's whatever, you got to talk to those 100 people, and you get a bold 100. You're like, oh, that's so exciting. What do you get? Nothing. A pin. They give you a pin. If you're in the class and you raise your hand and you say you did the bold 100, they give you a pin. But it's amazing, because if you do that, you do get a client. You will sell what you're going to get a client. You're going to get business. You're going to get referrals. So as to something to say on the phone, for instance, we use this all the time, and we use it doing a class. And all you say is, I call Lisa. I go, hi, Lisa. This is Lisa. Say, hey, I'm doing a class right now, and I'm in a contest to see who can get the most referrals. Do you happen to know anybody who would like to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Could be any time in the next year that I may be able to give a call. I really want to win this. And Lisa's going to say, are you going to come up with a referral for me? It could be anybody, anywhere in the world that might want to buy it. And it's amazing to me, the people, when you call them, and that's all you say, that will say, yeah, I know somebody. Or the one lady was like, oh yeah, well, my sister's moving. I'm thinking to myself, I don't talk to you all the time. You didn't tell me your sister was moving. I had to call you on a contest and ask you legit. And that's the first thing they'll say. My coach will say, did you ask for the business? Did you ask for the order? Did you ask? Because if you didn't ask for it, that's why you didn't get it.
Whoa.
You have to ask for it.
It's
mind blowing.
I know.
We hear this all the time. We have heard this how many times, right? But when it's brought to you, in different scenarios, it's like, wow. Yeah. So if business isn't good, you're not trying.
It's our own thing. It's not really outside of us.
Point the finger right here and look in the mirror. There's only one reason, and it's you. Trust me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 100% put in my face regularly. Yeah. So, yeah. But it works. So, I mean, I challenge y'all to do it. So, like, send out cards. I am not the one to raise my hand and be like, oh, you all have to do send out cards. Every class I'm in, they do this thing called A&M. A&M cards mimic send out cards. A lot of realtors use it. I never heard of it until I joined real estate. You know what their little gift is they give now?
What?
Brownies.
And they probably think it's revolutionary too, right?
Or idea, they got it from send out cards. Be that. My mind was being blown the whole time. I just wanted to stand up and go, hold on. That is not where that came from. If you all want to, but they get that from me. They see what I do. It's just one of those things, like they want to sign up because you could do the campaigns. I mean, it's very impactful that if Maureen wanted to sell her house, and this is no different than an Avon customer, y'all. So I know that's, the back forefront of all of us, is if I go meet a client, I take a picture of their house before I leave, and they get that on a card in 2 days. Thank you so much for the opportunity to come to and look at your home. If you're, hopefully we'll get it sold, blah, blah, but they get their house on a card, or they get whatever. So if you meet with somebody, like, every time I order something, even from Hempworks, Lisa's sending me a thank you card. I'm like, bitch, I bought that's every month. I get that same thing every month. Every month she's sending me a card, but I love it because there's stuff inside. But I know as soon as it comes, I'm like, That's
Yeah,
when we
not
show it up.
anymore. I don't have an account there anymore, but oh yeah.
Well,
Okay,
I really don't either. I just buy that sleep spray
so
for John.
right, right. Um, I used matter of fact, I sent a gift to Cindy, one of my good customers from Michigan. She I've never met her. I think she waited on my mother waited on her originally. I inherited her. I don't know where she came from, but she was a good customer. In the last month and a half, she's ordered like $300 worth. So I sent her coffee cakes, and she actually, with the stuff that she bought on the front of the card, and she sent me a text message that had a picture of the card with the coffee cakes, and it says, thank you, how fun!" Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. We appreciate you, from Cindy and Heather. So I thought that was really nice. But I think it's funny that I sit here over and over and say, don't expect to hear back most of the time because you don't. And then I got all hyped up about that woman putting the certificate on because I
They
thought,
don't. They don't say anything. I mean, like honestly, they
no,
don't.
that's,
But they're getting them. And I sent them to
they like
my
it.
leadership in Keller Williams. You know, just because I live that life of leading a team, and you don't get appreciated for anything except for stuff going wrong. So I'm always sending them a little something in a card, going, you know, you do a great job. Thank you for your leadership. You know, because they're in the background doing all the crap. So those
And
cards,
the new
it's best.
customer this morning, when I told her, I said, "Oh, you're gonna like the Scola." So the referring customer's name, her first name is J-O, and her last name is King. And I said, "Oh, you've got to be joking," because she is joking, right? Right.
Well,
So Joe,
I got a call the other day. I thought it was a spam. My husband answered it because it was on my my real estate phone, the iPhone. And I'm going to read you the name because you guys are going to, when I show you, it is a for real thing. And it was honey. Where is it at? Oh, I do get a question like honey from the honey hole or something.
oh no.
I can't even make it up. And I was like, that can't be. I showed him. I said, that can't be. That's got to be a spam call all day long. I can find it.
So when I talked to the new customer, and she was a referral from Joe King, right? The new customer, I said, I'm going to send you a picture of the free things because you're going to get them for the coupon code today. I said, boy, did you pick a great day to place an order. And then she said, I heard about your cards. So the customer that referred me to her, part of the pitch that she was saying, you should buy from my Avon lady, had to have been because she sends a thank you card every time, because how else would she have mentioned that? So I
I
thought
love it.
that was exciting because
It
I
is.
like it when that works. Yeah, I like it
Me
when that
too.
works. So, you know who
And
I'm
referrals, isn't that the best business? A referral business is the best business.
oh, absolutely.
Yep.
That's all right. A few months ago, I got a phone call from a lady, and the first time I didn't answer because I thought it was spam because it's a famous actress that I thought was gone. The lady's name is Marlene Dietrich, who called me.
Mm.
Yeah,
And at
that
first I
has
didn't answer it, and she left a voicemail. And then I called her back, and it was a California number. So I said, I'm sorry, I don't deliver in California, but she's one of the Californians that moved over here to Vegas. And but I told her I thought this was a fake call because of her name. She goes, "Oh, I hear that all the time."
That's great.
No,
Yeah.
and the referral customer texted me a couple weeks ago and asked me what I would recommend for a face cream, and I said platinum because that's my thing. I like platinum. I like the scent. I like the texture. I like the whole thing. So she bought that skincare set, the $60 one, and brought it. She texted me to tell me she was going to bring it to the lunch she was having with the girl she referred, the lady. And that's what she ordered this morning. One of the things she ordered $111 worth, and one of them was the $60 platinum set. So I thought that was nice.
That's real nice.
Do you see the coupon code today? It's awesome. They're
I
getting a
have
full
not
size
seen.
jar of Supreme. They're getting
Oh,
of the new Supreme. The
really?
yes, and also the uh, and something else too. It really a good coupon code today. The last couple have
Nice.
been big value ones. I hate it when they I was saying this before. I hate it when they send like a eyeliner or something that has a color to it because half the customers are like, eh. But when
Right.
it's like a face cream or a cleanser or something, almost everybody likes that. They're like,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
I'll
do.
try that for free. And my really good customer, Carol, almost every time she gets something free, she then orders it after
I'll
that.
bet.
Yeah,
Yep.
so that's awesome. I love that.
Well, that shit works for me at Costco. I'm just saying.
Right. Oh, what do they do at Costco? Stand out in the hall and
Big
give you,
food everywhere you go. Try
oh,
this
they're
one.
free.
Try the regular one everywhere you go. And then you're like, oh, that's really good. Where's that at? They have it right there. And you're just getting it because it was good.
Yep,
It works.
I
yep,
haven't been
it
in there
works.
since my mother used to go to BJ's Wholesale Club, and we'd go there and get Case O diapers and Case O formula and Case O, right. But I didn't go after that. Though it's
Oh,
too weird. I don't know. You're going around with a pallet jack practically shopping.
big stuff. You don't need all that right now. You like that's our struggle. I mean, I really go for the paper products because you can't beat the price. And then there's just other things that we use that are bulk, but we'll use them and they're the prices. I mean, it's so much better than
Yeah,
getting it from the store, but I love going just for the food. It's great.
I get their hamburger a lot. I yesterday
Hey,
I was there and I
very
bought
Oh yeah.
7 pounds of hamburger for $30.
these are
That's what I mean. Like you can't
right
beat
down the
it.
hall.
Yep, nope. And they have like we're getting ready for because it's parade time. I don't know if you do parades in your area for Christmas or holiday, but they
Parades?
do the tree lighting with the parade.
Yeah, we
So and back in
like I said,
Ohio, I had to do the 4th of July parade because that was the big parade. But down here, they do a Christmas lighting parade, and we do this parade
oh,
every year.
nice.
And it'll be right after Thanksgiving on the 30th. And we've done it every year since we've been down here. And it just gets bigger and bigger this year, where my friend Jamie and I are doing a snow globe. That people are always like, oh, do you get customers for this? But we put a lot of time into it and we have a lot of damn fun and they know us. So, they're getting to know us now because that's what it's all
But
about.
you're getting customers no matter what you do because more people find out what
Is
you're doing.
seeing us. I know. So
That's
the
with anything,
excellence
enough people know what
truck,
you do. Yeah, no, I've
telling
done
you,
parades with Avon before.
it's great, right? I mean,
Christmas.
but you get to put everything in it, y'all. Like they get everything. So they're getting a snow machine this year that's hopefully going to work. I'm waiting for the snow to come. I got the machine. I'm going
Oh,
to do it
that's
off the
neat.
back. So it's going to snow on all the kids. So they're going to be so happy. I got these. We both bought 2 boxfuls of those plush snowballs that you can fake snowball fight. And then we're
Oh,
doing a hot
nice.
cocoa, Maureen. So we bought it from Costco because it's all on sale right now. So that hot cocoa is going to be fabulous. And we're going to put our poem on it. And that's the kids get the hot cocoa with some candy and it's going to be great. Wait
That's
till you see
Yep,
it.
awesome.
I can't
yep,
wait. I got to mute.
That's
Hold on.
awesome. I
yep.
did, what did I, the 4th of July, I think parade one time here in town. My favorite thing about that was at the time, Avon, we were selling super soakers. And I brought one in there with me in the van when I was driving it in the parade. I was in the parade and I rolled down. I didn't show that I had it. I rolled down the window in the passenger side and shot someone I knew out the window with some water. They hit him in the face. It was hilarious to see their face. I like, oh, it was awesome. Right. And then I had a kid in the back that was loading up I had the baseball team out giving out brochures and candy, and they would give their basket in the window and fill it in the back. So I had a kid in the back filling stuff and also a bucket to fill my super soaker. We were doing that. But you can be successful in anything if enough people know what you're doing. So, they quit letting me do not that. I went to go in the parade one year for the state rep thing and they wouldn't let me be in it. That was hilarious. And then, well, last year they quit letting me do the popcorn at Halloween. It's got to be candy. So that was out. So some tricks I use, I have to alter my trick. Yeah, Don, I felt the same way. I'm like, why do you
Yeah,
care,
really.
people? It can't
Yeah.
possibly be that candy's better for you than popcorn. And they're like, well, they could fidget with the popcorn. You could put something bad in there and we wouldn't know it. unlike the candy, you
Oh,
could do
yeah.
that
Yeah.
too. But right, yeah. So anyway, that's that.
So
So,
I I don't know if you guys know this, but Cody Bateman is on TikTok. And
oh
I
yeah.
followed him and he followed me back. And yesterday he put a because he's talking all about the gratitude right now. And he put a post, he did a video, and I think
Mhm.
this is for all of us right now because he was talking about the election, and I'm not going to get into the election, but he was talking about the election, and he was talking about how we personally can feel because there's one side that's very, very happy, and there's one side that's very, very upset.
That's true
And
every
he
year.
said, but you continue just doing what you do and be the gratitude ambassador and just continue to send out those cards and continue to do all that because that's what we need right now is we just need to continue to be the light in the world, that the shining. And it was very inspiring to me because some of you have seen my posts. I am one of those ones that's on that side. And I will admit that I'm on the
Mhm.
unhappy side. And I was thinking, what can I do to bring my joy back? And then when I saw that, I was like, that's what I can do to bring my joy back. I can just continue to be the optimistic, upbeat, kind person that I am and continue to send that love out there
Well, that's
because,
awesome.
but it
And you
was
know,
just nice
in
to see
reality,
him.
every 4 years or every 2 years, depending on what you're talking, half of the people are going to be unhappy.
Yeah.
Half are going to
But
be
it was
happy.
just nice to hear him because I mean, to hear him say, just continue being the person you are, because I know there's some of us who just feel so deflated. We just feel so, and I was like, you know what? You're right. It doesn't matter because I can still send cards and I can still send joy and I can still send love and I can still send positivity and I can still do all those things that I do.
Hey, I want to
So
hear from Kim before we go. We only got 4 minutes. Kim, are you there? We see your picture. She's on
I
mute.
am. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm trying to get on schedule with my cards. I like the ideas and the list and everything because I have everybody's birthday, but I haven't been doing as well with the thank you cards. So I'll let y'all
You
see
were
me.
doing you were doing really good with that.
Yeah, but that was when I was handwriting them. So
Okay.
I need to do just my standard, for send out cards. But I
Mhm.
also want to increase my thing because I forget I got the lowest, I got like 15 a month or something. But
Mhm.
I'm increasing because I did the 5,000, well, trying to get up to the 5,000 on Facebook, and
Mhm.
I got four orders. Um, and then when I posted my little slippers and I said I was doing the challenge, I got 3 orders from that, and they've
Well, that's
paid.
awesome.
One person is just buying 4 and said, just give it to your seniors. But so I basically have already sold the 10, but I'm gonna keep going. Nobody knows I've gotten there yet.
That's
But yeah,
awesome.
so I've got another thing with my thank you cards is sometimes I have their phone number. I haven't gotten into the white pages, so I have their phone number. I don't have their address, and so I can't send the card. But I am loving it because I'm loving people calling me, and they were like, "I love your card." And one lady called me last night. She said, "I am putting it up, and it's going to stay up forever."
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to tell you, me and Tall, Dark, and Handsome are having a disagreement about something.
Uh-oh. What are y'all?
uh-oh.
Look, what are you doing?
I'm bringing two ply with me.
Uh,
He doesn't understand. He doesn't
He needs to
understand why
understand.
I am unwilling to use one ply.
I don't
But
blame you.
Oh, I'm
no,
right there with you.
Yep,
I
I
agree.
and
agree.
he did. When I said it, he didn't understand. He said, "What's wrong with one ply?" I said,
Oh,
"Why don't we just use our hands?
I know. Exactly.
It's the same."
Exactly.
Can I just
Exactly.
tell you?
Exactly.
Can I
I'm like,
just
I
tell you
can't
what?
take mine.
Back when we traveled, when we went from here to back east, we brought a package of Charmin with us for the hotels.
I hate hotel one ply too. I hate gas
Yes.
station one ply. Yeah, one ply is not in my repertoire, so I am bringing two ply with me.
That is funny.
But he's so funny because he's like, I don't understand. I'm like, I'm sure you don't, but I can't shake. I can't shake it.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
one
Right.
ply is using my hand. That is just how
Exactly.
you know using my hand.
Or using the whole roll.
He's
Yeah.
like, why don't you do this? And I said, or just buy two ply.
Exactly. Exactly.
Save
I
on
agree with
toilet
you.
paper and
Oh,
you
men
use
are-
more.
What'd you say, Skull?
You don't save on toilet paper with one ply. You use more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, men don't get that evidently, or whatever. But
Oh no, my
he's
husband,
like,
you
go
don't
like
use
this.
nothing
And
but
I'm like,
nothing but Charmin soft in this house. You know, we all know coming to your house how he had to bring
well,
his plushy toilet
you
paper because
well, and actually, what mine wasn't good enough for Carla, right? Because they
yeah,
had to
yeah,
go to
or
the
Eric,
store.
either of them, they had to go shopping to get toilet paper. Yeah, no, real picky.
And I
Real
use
picky.
two ply here. The only thing here I would I'll tell you this one thing and then I'll go, I'm sorry. Scola was at this. It was so funny. Okay. So we're at the big party. I got all kind of people in the house, including people that hadn't been here before, haven't heard me swear or anything, right? Because they see me on trips or whatever. I go to the bathroom and somebody hadn't changed the roll.
Ooh.
I come out of the
Right?
bathroom. Oh, the scholar remembers this. I come out of the bathroom. They're all sitting around the table in the kitchen. There's like a dozen people drinking, eating, whatever we're doing. And I said, I'm gonna swear now, so y'all, prepare yourselves. And I said, I'll try. I'll say F. I won't say the whole thing. I
Yeah, well,
said,
you're recording this.
oh, right. So I won't say that. But I got real serious in the face, and I said, I don't know what the F you all think you're doing, but no one is staying here and not changing the toilet roll. Who in the F do you think you're doing? I'll throw you right out. I will throw you right out. And when Teresa's husband goes, I'm sorry. It was so funny. I got so serious for it. And I'm like, no, there's a few rules here. You can't let the cats out and you don't leave the toilet roll empty. Because I've got this piece of furniture that surrounds the toilet with a
Mhm.
dozen rolls of toilet paper in it.
Right.
So
Right
there was
there.
no excuse.
Yep.
So anyway, I thought you might like that, Kim, that we're having a discussion over one ply.
One ply or two ply.
I'm bringing it. I'm bringing it with me
I will.
every week. I'm
I don't
bringing it.
blame you.
And then
And then he's
said,
gonna see the difference and he's gonna fall in love with them.
I don't think so. Because he said, what did you say to me last week? Do you know you were only here 3 days and you used a whole roll? And I'm like, oh, so
Or
like
toilet paper.
I'm like, you're monitoring my toilet paper consumption? Like, what in the hey, man?
Oh, that's funny.
I said, you go back to your little one ply and ignore my toilet paper consumption. I'm bringing it.
Exactly.
Yep. Just
Exactly.
bring your own.
I
Yeah.
thought that was
Solved.
funny though. Men.
Oh, gosh.
So
Oh,
anyway,
Lord, y'all.
well,
Well,
I'm
this
gonna
was
put
fun.
this-
I got to join you all for a little bit today. I don't normally get to sit on my desk all day long.
Well, and I thank you because you had so much good information. I love it when someone comes on and they are in a different business or doing something different so that they can give us new input because even a little bit of different slant, it's only going to take one idea or one little suggestion to change how things work and you make more money.
Yeah.
And we all know
So I
like
challenge you
that.
all. Do 100 bold. Bold 100. Go ahead. I
wrote it
challenge y'all.
down.
I
Well,
challenge it.
Yeah, I was
gotta
thinking
leave-
maybe
if
I'll start with bold 10 and work my way up.
I know. I
That's
was
fine.
thinking the same thing, Lisa.
I'm about
But
100.
it's not bold. You should be doing 10 anyways. It's
bold for
not
me.
bold unless it's
No, no.
100. And
You don't
it's
understand. Currently, when my phone rings, I look at it's like it's possessed, and I go, "Why are you calling me?
I know.
You
And
didn't
you
tell
know-
me Ed to tell me you were calling." Oh,
But
God.
that is exactly what happens. We have a limiting belief because of it. And that's what they call it. Because we are so used to not wanting to pick that phone up when people call us. Because why are they calling us? What do they want? They don't answer it. So yeah, when you make phone calls, you're leaving messages because people, and I don't tell them to call me back. I actually will shoot a quick text message and be like, no need to call. I'll call you Thursday. It's not important, but I'm going to tell them I'm going to call them Thursday. Then now they're curious. Go on, know what the hell I want. Why she called? Now they want to know. I think it's not real
No,
important.
I'd be
I'll talk to you
calling you
Thursday.
right back. I'd be calling you
That's
right
exactly what they
Wait
do.
till
They call you
Thursday.
right
What do you
or
want?
they don't, and then you call them Thursday. It works. It's mind blowing, right? So I do that, and I call, and now some people are used to hearing from me, so they'll answer the phone. They know, but I mean, we do that to ourselves. So how to get over that would be start answering your phone,
Yeah.
and then sell them something.
Well,
It's reverse
thank
sales.
you.
It's like reverse trick or treating, y'all.
I do like that. I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
Bold
Mhm.
I
pen.
mean, we're
Bold
signing
pen.
them up. They want to work. They're calling you. They're go-getters. I want those people.
Me
I
and
want
Kemp are
those
on the
people on
same
my
page.
team.
Me
Want
and
them to sell for me. That's what I tell them. They call me. I'm like, what are you selling? I'm like, I don't want anybody. You are great at your job. How about you come and sell Avon or SendOutCards or how about being a realtor? I mean, you're so good on the phone. They do the same when they knock on the door. After I calm down the dog, because that's a whole thing, I tell them, and they come back. Since I've been down here, the same people come back every year, and they know us. They remember us because they got our card. They know what we do, and I tell them they're great at what they do, and if they want to change careers, we got a great, they should get into sales.
Well, that's awesome.
That's
Well,
good.
thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
All right,
Also,
thank you.
I'm going to put the
nice seeing you.
replay up on YouTube like I always do. And thank you so much. I appreciate you. And we will see you next week. Thank you.
All right, say
Thank you.
bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.